Well, baby. What's happening in the hood here? Straight off the bat. Yep. Check baby one, check baby two, check baby one, check baby two. Folk soul engage. When eagles fly around overhead, I can see it coming down. Robin, rough as I am, deep down in a froggy throat. Heart's flame, shine on, shine on. Ain't playing no games. By name and deed, by bloodline seed, Robin, I am. Robin is my name, that's what I said. Sure as the sun shines, I claim my folks so. Heart's flame, shine. It's what grandfather said. Take a deep breath down. Feels like it's going down. Yeah. Well. Root down, wood and skull. To the ancient root down, right old passage on the fleet. Way down. Try to take my heart and take my soul. No. True-hearted flame. It's the only thing I have to protect myself with anyway. Otherwise, it'd just be a zombie in the apocalypse. Yeah. Folk souls joy. Burn in a cauldron road. Way down south. You know it's on the way. Way down deep in a folk soul memory remedy on the way. Been working hard behind the scenes. They call me Robin I.O. as I know. Down in the woodland, as my father said long time ago. Said the truth is self-existing, son. You better remember that forevermore, 'cause I'm a folk soul. Heart's flame burn. Said down by the palms, you and me. I'll circle around, you know. I'll circle around down by the old oak tree. Sovereignty got us on the land. Sovereignty got us on the land. Feel it in my heart and soul forevermore. Heart's flame shine, overriding over love. Way down, deep down in folk soul memory. grandmother, grandfather on the tree. Circle around fire, oh, circle around fire, oh, yes I know. Way down in the forecastle, see the reflections on the pond. See me down. I've been waiting there for a long time. Sure know. Folks on the tribal circle round, dance round the plain. That's when the heart's flame becomes a bonfire. You know it's circle round, oh. My father made sure, said, son, we got a plan. I said, yeah, tell me about it. Well, long time ago, was a trouble. Yeah, my father knew, almost died, you know, when he was a young man. Pancreas, cuscusoid. But he had a plan, oh, around midnight, oh. Son, keep it true out of place, he says, I will. Choose a woman of a tribe and family, I will. Father told me a long time ago, true justice said, God's flame I can keep down, 'cause that's where I sing for. My father said, as he floated by. I know you're gone away, but I remember forevermore. So please stay. He said, he said, he said. Sure as I washed your body and put it in the ground. Oh, don't wait, he says. Heart's flame, so I know forevermore. Oh. I can see a rainbow in the sky, shining on out of my people. Shows the eagle flies over here to see. We're coming down to see. That's a silver round, oh. Crestneck, Crestneck. I heard him scream and groan from the ground. Came back for love, didn't understand. I will become a warrior, maybe. Rather be a living folk, so memories around the fire, I know. Ooh, 'cause I'm not at war with my family, oh, no. Love to circle around, way down to the root, down to the root, down low, deep as I could go. Try to make it better every time, I know. Have you rise in me, folks, so hearts break. We are the flame, we are the flame, we are the flame. Shake down, say. Living memory. Can't take that away, no. Might tell you not to love yourself all the way. I will. I'm gonna go deep down to see which way to freedom's edge gonna be. Sure as most high, deep down pain. Sure as eagles fly over the rain. See overhead, full spectrum, I know. Crystal cave to see vision. Where you at? Wait for long. Way deep down in the focuses. Hearts blame forevermore. You know where you wait for love to stay. I will say, whoa. And that's how I really feel. Put it in song form. As I said, this is not entertainment. This is a live ritual to honor my folk, my family, my grandmother, my grandfather, primordial ones of our tribe. That is why. And so we circle around, will you dance a mile with me and sweat? Hearts flame, they can keep that other shit. I didn't want it anyway, I know. Be in the woodland, down by the pond and the ripple. Take me down, say, grass night, rise deep down. Oh, that's why they call me the BobCat. Coming straight up out of the ground. Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Kresnik on the way. Guardian, guardian. sea, oh, like a trumpet to the ground they serve. So now, you know, 'cause you know it's coming down. I told you long ago that it was coming down. So hold your heart's flame, and I hope the planet of the bulbous shows on up, 'cause you know Bolivar has the soul the size of a sword. Yeah. Ancient grandmother on the way. She ain't playing no games, no. Zone of vision, Jeff, that's what I said. And that's the point that I'm making. Can you fly down? Yeah. Fly down, yeah. Whoa. I know it's trouble on the breeze, baby, come on. Heart's flame to shine forevermore. Innocence has to have time to grow, you see. And heart's flame must be honored on the way. Say yeah. I know what they done did in that place you thought no one was looking. There's a trouble in the world. Yeah. Be a vampire in the woodland, you know. So I'm calling them. Who you calling? I'm calling where BobCat. Where is he? Yeah. You need my help? Yeah, we do. Well, I guess you do. And I'm on the way, baby. Yeah. I thought you were just a toothless old man, you know, loser. That's what they said. Yeah, that's what I wanted to think. Robin, yeah, BobCat's in the wood? Yeah, he's out there. So. Nah, pop through a portal or something? Yeah, that's what it is. You know, they got some doppelganger BobCats out there and some doppelganger Robins, right? Yeah, I know there's some pretenders. Yeah, I see. But it's my given nerve. Way down, down to the seed. Heart's flame. Raising up out of the ground. Son! Wait on me. Treasure down, say BobCat, elf ranger, up and I on the way. Yeah, that's right. Freely spoken, so they say. Shine on! Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Grandmother, grandfather on the way. Deep down in a folk heart, I can shine on. I know it's coming down, the breeze is on the way. Somebody got us on the line. The slow epic, you could see it sitting on the wall. Epic is the way. Heroic on the journey. Oh, no, it's coming down anyway. Yeah. Rock, 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 rock. Yeah. That's what they said anyway. Sound down there. Our coat on the breeze. Told me last stronghold, better head on down, said. Built it right into the side of the mountain. Crest pick on the golden mountain. Yeah, well, pruning sky, he says. Yeah. Epic is the way. Oh, right on the way. Oh, God's plan forevermore. Oh. Yeah, all my people around the circle V. I close my eyes and I can see clearly, yeah. Feel it deep down in a folk's soul. Heart's flame to burn. Guardians of a folk's soul sad. Grandmother, grandfather on the breeze, yeah. Rising up from the land. That was deep. Stinging in my heart like a heart's flame. I'm burning all the way. But a true-hearted flame, shaking like a leaf in pouring rain, shows the heart's flame burns. That's what they say. Keep it going, Lord. Robin, I could hear you deep in the woodland. Witch of the wood, witch of the wood. Sovereignty goddess on the land says, bless the circle round. Be nothing in here but true-hearted folks. Grandmother, grandfather, I honor you in the circle round. That jumbo brain deep down in a folk's soul memory, remedy on the way. Deep down in a rooted heart, that's where it's gonna stay. Shine on till there's nothing left but a plain in every cell of my body and every portion of my being. Deep down, I'll run into there, you say, into the crystal curve. Going there, going straight into the dragon's lair, burning clear. True day, slides the pain, wise women on the way. Grandmother, root down, root down, root down. Epic on the wave, they said. That's how I really feel. All of that was real. My heart had been hurting. I'm just gonna sing and go straight into those memories. No matter how painful, doesn't matter. Like that red hot poker, that's what I felt. Feels like that. It's nasty. So how do I deal with that? Heart's flame. The pure love of my grandmother and grandfather is the only thing that can clean that well out. Because your heart is a well and has a memory and a living memory. And I will not allow anyone to perch on my heart and tell me how I may feel. Because I get to choose how I feel. And I claim that right now. And I have been, but I especially do that now. It's all about heart's flame, not doing chaotic, crazy, stupid shit. Being centered in that circle round, honoring the flame of our tribe, the central fire. And that is the heart's flame. It is. And that is the living folk soul memory, tree flame and well, I-O. That's what I've been saying. Unity of masculine and feminine principles. Goddess and God in unity, in harmony. Clarity, balance, multiplication. That's how you get multiplication. Combining of those two. Not like, these people practice social alchemy. right? That could be used for positive or negative purposes. In my opinion, of course. But you want to say these people, now you've separated out. I say behaviors that I don't like, right? So it's like, that's where I leave it. I learned that early. Say, okay, I don't like what you are doing, right? What if their core root is not what they think it is, but they aren't turning to their own grandparents to say, I honor you and I will listen. And each of our tribes has those. You have our own grandparents to go to, not somebody else's. That's how I feel. Treat it like family. When you do that, and that's what I realized with the spirit realm a long time ago. So it's hearts playing, turn the light on. Whoa. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay. Take a break just for a second. Turn the light on before it goes down because the sun's going down. That was very special. Wow. That was like from the depths of my heart, for real. And it was acting crap. I love people that sing from the heart because I can feel it. The fake stuff you don't feel. As I said, this is ritual. This is not about entertainment at all. This is about honoring the sovereignty goddess, grandmother, and grandfather in the circle round, and that is my channel. That's what I'm doing. Okay? All right. Since my father's birthday was yesterday, I'm like, I gotta push through this because I have some hard memories that are very triggering to me. And I have to be focused on heart's flame because it is that painful for me. You know, other things too, but really holding on to that strength and being heroic and epic about it. Why not? Rather than having my trigger ruin me, have it go, right? Light you on fire, your entire body, but not in a bad way. Heart's flame, that's different. Not to destroy, right? Your heart could be like a cauldron. Yeah. All those elements are in us. It's fused into us. That is the folk soul, in my opinion, of course. But I feel, in fact, yeah. There we go. Okay. One second. Ooh, now we're talking. Wow. Is it daytime again? But that's what I'm talking about. And when we're not centered in love, anything can walk in there. Loneliness, whatever, depression, and whatever entities feed on that energy, use that to feed on more. So why resonate negative energy? You know? It is important in like health, emotional fitness, as I call it, and that's become a major issue for me since last year. That everything that's happened is built up to now. And it's strong, so powerful, it's hard for me sometimes. And I call it Ubering up or something, you know what I'm saying? Crystal cave, rooting down, flying high, right? So I was thinking about that in context to like the spectrum of light, rainbow, you know, whatever. And most in like folk soul frequency, right? And I feel like each tribe has their own unique frequency. Sit up. Because I'm down here. So I put my wolf shirt on. My mom got this for me for my birthday. My tribal wolf. And then I was watching that cool documentary, Kresnik. I love that. That is so cool. They were talking to their grandfather around the fire, and you see them all. That's what I was thinking about when I was singing, was that rite of passage, you know, that they went through. And you see the two boys that were all arrogant and rude Their heart's flame was off, so they didn't get invited. And they left him. He was the bravest. That's why he got chosen. And then reading about you had to be invited. That's right. So let's say you have a ritual circle, okay? And you have entities or people projecting on you into your ritual space to try to dominate your space. Now, what's the first place they're going to try to dominate? Well, in my opinion, genitalia, your heart, your mind, whatever, your spine, all your systems, your nervous center, your solar plexus, so on and so forth, chakra centers. And this is the immature bullshit that's going on in the spiritual world, of the occult, in my opinion, of course. So I go into it because that's my specialty. That's how I view reality. So why do I get to be discounted as less for having a different perspective or sensitivity, right? That is what often happens. I felt that way my whole life in this state. So, what is the move forward? How about no more war bullshit? No more manipulation. And just say, all right, how can we say build up, for instance, since we're in America, whatever, we'll just speak from an American perspective, the United States, and not try to perch on the whole world, but rather building up positive cultures, right? And then now back in Europe, in my home countries, the same, and roots and culture being preserved. Otherwise, you've taken your eye off, what matters. It's like forgetting your grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Or you go to their house and you don't appreciate them, you steal from them. No. You got to honor and then ask, may I? That's respectful. And then more is given. To those that just come and do the grab and take, they've lost their portion. In the other world, that's how I look at it. So when they're done here, their soul just goes, disappears. There's nothing left. Just electromagnetic energy. Where if you were a good folk soul, or soul in general, you got somewhere to go. You can go back root to seed, right? To the ancient primordial of your tribe. Otherwise, what's the point? There isn't one. You simply cease to exist. That's how I look at it. So either you are true love or you are non-existence. Does that make sense? Because non-existence feeds on existence. Same principles of polarity. I've been focusing on this for a long time. That's what I did. I put everything to the side and said, all right, I'm going to sit in the backyard until I figure this shit out. And that's what I've done. I know. I'm like, okay. And then I've had, women try to hit on me or try to, whatever. And I'll just be like, no. I want true love or nothing. Is that hardcore? Yep. That's how my dad was. So that's how I'm going to be. Otherwise, I'm distracted. I will not find a good woman. I'll be distracted with 10 different chicks and doing whatever dumb shit. So I say, put that to the side, turn into my heart's flame and say, that's what I want. I do not want anything other than true love. And I will reject anything in my body that is not true love. Root to core, every facet of my being. And that way I cannot be infiltrated. That's how I feel, emotionally speaking. And that is the answer. It's that simple. Why do you think I keep saying I-O? The unity. You have the circle and the I principle, right? Fire and water. What's in water? Almost every single mineral. Oh, shit. What's fire? Heat, right? It's burning something. Still burning base principle. Wood. See, in the Chinese system, you have this, they show you this kind of cycle of how this element's connected to that element, whatever, you know what I mean? And in massage school, they had us, training traditional Chinese medicine, whatever. And so I look at it like being racist is stupid because you can hold on to your tribe, right? You could learn, I'll learn from other tribes, but that's not my tribe. Catch what I'm saying? Like I could respect a Shaolin monk, but I'm not a Shaolin monk. But I can relate. Or Taoism, I can relate to that. But I look back at folkways. We look at how they're circling around the fire, how the unity of masculine and feminine created fire, right? That is the heart's flame. That is right, as in ritual. And the unity of those two is what creates the multiplication of folk, soul, heart, light, energy. That is life force. And there is nothing more powerful than that, and there never will be. That is the Uber. That is the top. That is the Uber, folk, soul, oversoul of the entire tribe. The I.O. principle. That's why I keep saying it. Robin I.O. That's right. So when I say that, it's not some little fantasy trip. Nope. Or some feudal system advent. Nope. Wild man of the wood, that's what I am. And I embrace it. I know that. That's why it makes it hard for me to fit into the rest of society. I'm like, I need to go hang out with other folk nerds because there is no possible way I'll be happy if I don't. And my dad was a folk nerd, so I embrace that folk intellectual. Okay. So nerd is not bad. I take that back and say, you know what? That is not a bad term. You know? Never ending what? Reminder, diligence? I don't know. Use that. I don't know. Make something up that works. Oh my God. Or Ren. No, just kidding. It is true though, D-Ren. It's funny, Dren. D-Ren fair. Backwards nerd. That's awesome. Oh my God. Woo! Oh wow, that was so amazing. I could feel it resonate. I try to sing until I feel my heart resonate, right? Like your heart root, the heart nerve, make that vibrate. Whoa, that's what's been happening. So I'm like, okay. Resonate, folk, soul, and I'm playing, you know. Absolutely, and go deeper and deeper because that's how you heal and cleanse yourself. Singing is important because it resets the vibrational frequency in your body. And the ancients knew that. Dancing too. That's why dancing has a sacred meaning to me, because I spent so many years doing that it was like infused as a part of my spirituality from a young age. And that was my escape from Mormonism, was going into folkishness, referring to myself as a witch at an early age, right? Druidry, but not as in modern sense, as in ancient. But you can look and see what the earth sciences are. What would the ancients have done? Observed what was going on in nature, of course. Makes sense, right? The key is, what was the central core creation of that? How did that come to be? So I say, leave the highest wisdom to grandmother and grandfather. And eventually, when I'm meant to know all these things, I will. Now, if I try to perch and act like I know everything, I've already lost. That shows you're unwise. You have to be humble before wisdom to receive it. That's how I feel. Right? Oh, I feel much better. Feels like there's been this major emotional, spiritual battle going on for me for, I don't know, months and months and months. Years. And it's like at a point now where I've broken through to a higher level of awareness. And that's through being humble and saying, okay, I am not over everything. It's like these people that are high on themselves and they don't acknowledge their grandmother and grandfather. They're not acknowledging higher wisdom. Therefore, they are ignorant. They're just sucking energy. That's all they're doing. And generally, it's lower frequency energy, sexual energy, whatever. Although sexual energy is the most sacred of all. So that's what they target. They're going to target your, as a guy, they target your nutsack. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. And as a woman, they target your eggs, right? The center of your fertility. Why did I say that? Central of life. That's how they're controlling and dominating. They perch on it. That's how I feel. When I say they, I'm just saying people that act in a predatorial way. Did I say a racial group? No, I did not. I said a behavior. That is what I am addressing, is the bad behavior. I do not attack them and say your tribe is trash. I say my tribe is this, yours is that, and if we have mutual respect, then we can exist, right? Otherwise, you got war. What the hell's the point? There isn't one. It's like, no matter what, no matter how you plead, they just dominate. So it's like, either that group decides, I'm not going to do that to this group over here anymore. It's like one brother deciding he's not going to tease and beat up his little brother anymore because he felt bad, hurt his feelings, right? Or injured him. It's the same bullshit. Or one, it doesn't even have to be a relation, just realizing, oh, that was a bad habit, I shouldn't do that. Like people playing with sex magic. They don't realize what they're playing with, and then they do it in a big group. So what does that do? It perverts the energy. How are you going to find your true love and true heart's flame doing that shit? You're not. That is the point. It's blocking it. It's getting in the way. Being rooted in my body is important. Like, generally speaking, I don't do this whole leave my body shit, because you get entities in the realms watching, and they would love to just take the helm of your body and take over. Mask over your system, overlay, copy your memories. Oh, did I just say that? Yes, I did. What's up? So then they think, oh, you don't notice. Yeah. Or they call you mentally ill. And that could be the case. However, what if it wasn't? So theoretically, if I'm correct, then heart's flame means what? That's a captain of the soul. So when I say heart's flame reigns supreme, why do I say it like that? So powerful, because I feel that oppressed by the energy climate that I feel. So I was thinking about this. I'm like, it is so bad it feels on the earth that it's like anyone who is loving. Okay, now I'm a straight male, so I'm going to address them. All right? Now let's say you have the LGBT community, whatever, okay? And they have positive love and they would protect innocent children. Do they deserve to be attacked? No. Now, if you have incorrect behavior and you say, or a gay man dominating another gay man, that is wrong. Same thing with a straight male doing that to a woman, or a woman doing that to a man. Can women manipulate men? Yes. Could a woman rape a man? Yup. Whoa. And what if she's doing that on a spiritual level? She doesn't realize it because she wants and she needs now. Somebody else could step into that place and pretend to be the one they want. Oh, what's that doing? Stepping in the way of true love. What's being perched on? I just made a major point. What am I saying? That's how I felt. So I'm like, okay, if I'm making unwise decisions, like you're fantasizing about being with somebody you're never going to be with, are you focused on your heart's flame? Nope. You're focused on wanting sex. Big difference. Pleasure over something that is forever. That's true love. All right? That's how I feel. So it's like, do you just want to go momentary pleasure? Or say for Robert, does Robert want a lady forever? Yes, I do. Wow. You go, that's powerful. Yes, it is. It's not easy to obtain either. It takes a high level of honor to have that. After seeing 2 divorces in my family and all this, I decided a long time ago that was going to be my focus. Does that mean I wasn't distracted in the past or, drawn away? No, I have been. In my opinion, not so positive influences attacking me in the spirit realm. But that's my opinion. Because they want and they need, like the precious, Gollum or so. That's what it is. It's like riddles in the dark. You're trying to sit there and negotiate. Can't negotiate with a thing like that. Wanting the precious. No matter what they will be wanting. So if you can't defend it, then they just hop on it, perch on it. Like Gollum with the ring, that's how it feels. So I'm saying that is just shitty behavior in general. So why do it? That's how we get fed on, is by acting that way. So I say it's bad enough to say they should go run their own community, like LGBT people, right? They can be folkish too, but I'm a straight guy, so I have that perspective, right? But they can, respect their own culture and say, okay, we're not doing that, and we're not going to, whatever. And so you have different factions and different perspectives. Then you have your Christian crowd. So now there is a war between those 2 groups. You got your LGBT and your Christian. They're like, I hate you and you're a piece of shit. And now I have this shit going on in Utah. But they're regulating. And like, how does that make you feel emotionally? They're telling you, like the conversion therapy thing that was outlawed in Utah, right? So it's like, whoa. But ultimately, for me, primordially, grandmother and grandfather are the archetype models. And that's what I want. I don't want anything else. But does that mean I go perch on the LGBT community and tell them what to think? No, I don't. This is none of my goddamn business. I don't give a shit. Doesn't mean I don't care about them. It means I don't care about regulating other people. That's true liberalism. Catch the difference between modern advent and actual literal etymological definition? I'm gonna sit up. I've been thinking about this. So I'm like, because of that conflict that we have in this state. Like, my state feels like it's a focus. So then what do I see? 5.7 earthquake. I'm studying the Slav epic. Then we got a freaking earthquake in Croatia, which is right next to Slovenia. Slav epic collection. Sovereignty goddess. Has to do with the land. Then we get an earthquake. How more in our face can it get? Especially mine. Kind of can't ignore it at this point. And then it's like the trumpet falls off the Moroni. I'm like, okay. What the hell is going on? Symbolic. Not an accident. Now remember, Mormonism and Masonry fused in the 80s. It's always been there. Joseph Smith was a master Mason, 3rd degree. But does that mean I'm at war with the Masons? No, they outnumber me by far. They don't have tanks and fucking goddamn stealth fighters and all this shit. Those guys control all that. I don't. I don't have those weapons, right? I have a guitar. I don't have a tank. I don't have a machine gun. I got nothing. So what do I say? All I have is my folk heart, right? My folk soul. That's it. Other than that, what do I have to fight with? Nothing. To not even have to fight, but to be centered, to maintain, to live, right? I don't have to be at war with everyone. How do I survive? I'm in a small group, highly specialized. I don't join covens. I'm not a part of any groups. I am a solitary. I've been that way for years. I like it that way. I'd work with other people, but I am an individual, right? Now, if you can be in harmony, where you're like, oh, tree flame and well, something basic to gather around, circle around the fire, heart's flame, as simple as I can be. Because the primordial is not based in confusion. Pardon me. And building blocks start one by one by one. Right? So anything that is a frequency always comes back to something simple. Remember, 1 through 8, 36, 3 plus 6 is 9. 1 through 9, 45, 4 plus 5 is 9. Mathematics. Directly related to music as well. So it is frequency. Even if like a screen, 60 hertz on average. Right? So how does it change the frequency of the earth? Well, eventually I feel like there's got to be a counterbalance. Because heart's flame is heart's flame, and that will not be defeated. Not ever. So it is foolish. It may go on for a long time where the grandparents are like, okay, they're not getting it. You know? Perch up on aggression, wanting power, right? So, ruining the sovereignty of the land, things like that, for personal gain, including defiling the heart's flame, which is their favorite to do if they're dark side, because that's blocking your true love. And then you can't grow a family doing that, can you? The most offensive thing they could do to grandfather and grandmother is do that to their grandchildren. You say, wow, yes, it is wow. Because that's what happened. Betrayal, anything else, infiltration. You're like a happy folk, you're kind of simple, living around the fire, doing that. And all of a sudden, warlords come through and say, we're taking over and you have to do what we say and we're going to put our name on you. Like with all the French overwrite and all of that. I'm like, But I remember the French go back to the Gauls, right? So, anyway. Yeah. Wow. I don't know, that Slav epic collection keeps coming back to me. I keep seeing images of that. Wow. Especially the sovereignty goddess and then the one with the, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but he's really tall and he's got this sword, ornamental sword, and it's pretty cool. But more I see, all those tribes are interrelated and go back to everything funnels into a root, right? Smell rain. Hard to play, they said, been waiting down in circles around. It's hard down here, man. Watching the ripples on the pond go out and say, heart's flame forevermore. Epic on the way. Eagle overhead, spread your wings and fly. Root down, fly high. That's what they said, the circle round. Oh, you're looking for me. Yeah. They call me Robin I.O., Robin I.O., Robin I.O. right here, right now, son. Heart's flame to root down. Will you sway with me? Circle around the fire, baby, come on home now, yeah. Oh, if you love me so, then you're already here anyway. So I love you so. Shine our hearts flame, love's flame burning forevermore. I've been waiting down here for you. I needed a muse to inspire me to rise higher and hold the flame. So forgive me for my foolish ways, grandmother, grandfather on the way. Shining wings, shining wings, nothing left to be. So still free, even if the ground shakes, even if the ground shakes. Oh, and the trumpets fall to the ground. So it's coming down the pipeline, but I can see it. It's burning out of control. Like a burning flame, tree flaming well. Feel it deep down in my heart, root seed, yeah. The nerve right down there, deep down, deep down, deep down, deep down. It's coming up from the ground, sir. It was coming up from the ground, sir. BobCat like a crest neck, I was in the woodland beat. Yeah, bit of trouble in town. Where is Olaf? He's coming, don't worry. Aye. I'll be there. You mean the shoemaker? That's what he thinks. I put on my boots, elf ranger on the sea. BobCat I own. So it said in the woodland. It's all I ever have, all I ever need, all I ever have, all I ever need, yeah. See the root down, over down yonder, oh, over down yonder, oh. by the pond, by the old oak tree. What you got for me? Heart's blood. Grandmother, grandfather, circle around fire. Heart's blood. Will never end. Spur of the moment, God's plan. And I bless every single one that went down in the blood. Like a hot poker to the heartbeat. Oh, burn me with fire, I'll become fire. Heart's bless the circle around you. Heart's flame and remedy. May you all rise. Riches to the woodland, to the wall. For the law. Please shine the heart's flame, grandmother, in me. In me. I'm not in a trance, you know, just resonating folks' souls. Grandmother, oh, grandfather, mother, grandfather, oh. So I ever have, I'll ever know. Tree flaming well, for love to grow. Who I am, a living folk, soul, forevermore. It's all I ever wanted, all I ever need, oh. From a deep down well, crystal vision on the breeze, they going down south. Reclaiming well, yeah. Yeah, right. That's what they say. Yeah, right. Yeah. Shine on from the deep down. Hearts epic on the wave, Captain. Yes, singing from the crow's nest on you. What's going on? Can you stay wise? I'm becoming wiser. Oh, just wanted you to shine on. Goddess of sovereignty, I love you so. wanted you to know my heart's playing. Special. That might have been the greatest song I've sung thus far. At least it feels that way today. The highest folk soul energy I could send out. Because I have to cleanse a lot of pain. It's hard sometimes, but it's worth it. That's why I do it, even though it's difficult and it's a challenge. It wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't. I decided long ago I wanted to be the best at what I did. That doesn't mean walking around like I'm better than everybody and I'm the gift of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because the gift was from grandmother and grandfather. They are the original, not me. See what I'm saying? I am connected to the original, but I am not the original one. Does that make sense? I think it does. Does it make sense to me? Clearly, right? It's like when you boil it down to something that simple, you go, whoa. You mean the spirit realm is that simple to comprehend? Yes. We are family. We are tribe. We are not some advent, some whatever, a book. We are more than that. We are the living folk soul memory of our people, period. That's how I feel anyway. You know what I mean? And I know I'm different. It's made my life a challenge, but hey, whatever. I'm glad my dad was hardcore folkish. Good. That's the only thing that saved my keister. Can you imagine if I was a cardboard cutout? Holy shit, no thanks. That's what I saw in those missionary type guys. So I was like, you know what, dude? That's so fake. And I saw how fake it was in high school. When, you would see how they acted. They're all about themselves, high on their status and whatever their religious bullshit was. I was watching that Kresnik documentary, and I was watching Grandpa light his tobacco pipe. And I was like, oh my God, that's going to be me when I'm old. And he's like sitting around the fire. And I'm just like, oh my God, that is awesome. See, they still have that. So it's like, what are they trying to do? Kill the root? What's left? You know what I'm saying? Like Croatia getting hit by an earthquake is no quinky dink. In my opinion, of course. Especially with my rooted knowledge, I'm like, whoa, that's kind of freaky, man. I'm like, what are you going to do? Just wipe out every other culture except techno culture or something? I don't know. Everything goes to an atheist perspective. I have no idea. Whatever. Ultimately, that's kind of what's happened. Technology has become the God. In a way. I wrote a poem about that a long time ago. And I had a statement about, what was it? Something like, when technology becomes a god or something like that. But I'd written a poem about that. I was like, wow. Because that's how I felt. Versus going, well, folk soul light could be real. And if it is, heart's flame, you're living consciousness. Why would you need a spaceship? Catch what I'm saying? Huh. Interesting. But principles of physics, and then imagine when you are conscious and you are living light. Now you through consciousness can manipulate reality, right? Versus just using whatever the existing sciences are associated with energy, electromagnetism, the frequency of the entire earth being affected, right? Little shout out to Grandpa. And that's why I got this. I was like, I want old school. I bought this and it says Viking on the side. You can't read it, but you can't see it. It's right here. But, well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Can you? If I get super close and rotate it. Oh, you can almost see it. Right there in the middle. Not quite. Okay, turn it this way. Oh, not quite. Ooh, you can kind of see their script there, right? Playing with light. And I was just thinking, what type of energy are they feeding on? You know what I'm saying? Used to watch these old illusionists. That's basically kind of what it is, the whole Wizard of Oz thing behind the curtain. Like, what was it, David Copperfield or some shit back in the day? And then Houdini, of course, and all these escape artists, and that was like the big thing. It's not big now, but back in the 90s it was. Serious. So like, what was it? He made an elephant disappear or something. And that's what I feel will eventually happen. And a large populace of people will be deceived by illusion. Like they had that whole hologram thing with like Tupac appearing on stage or some shit, whatever. Blue beam technology, whatever. What if they got to the point where they could literally create like hard light holograms? Whoa. Or just some major shit where they could, like the whole egregor concept, except apply it to tech. The ghost in the machine, that type of shit. But it makes you wonder, like, what's being grown in labs? What have they been experimenting with? I think, honestly, you could easily do some kind of animal hybrids. If you didn't know that, you would think that was a demonic being or something. But let's say, then relate that to the spirit realm, where you have the artificial versus the original root. Well, what am I going to? Original root. I don't want anything else. Otherwise, it's deception. Bullshit. Why do it? Makes no sense to me. That's why I made a big deal about the whole Magi thing and blah, 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 because I'm not Persian. I'm not Iranian descent. If I was, that might be a little different, right? But that is the overwrite. And then you see Latin. Right? So it's like, that has nothing to do with my original folk culture. Zero. That is a modern add-on. Zero to do with that. And it gets to the point where I almost start getting offended, And I'm like, okay, specialized, I'm specialized. Because I will boil it down to the root base. And I will accept nothing else. Is that easy? No, it is very difficult. But it is the only path I see that is worthy of grandmother and grandfather. Otherwise, I'm accepting lies. And I don't want to accept lies. So I won't. I want true love. And that is difficult. Same thing. So what do? Were they talking about those bad spirits associated with attaching to true love, right? And the sorrow and not reaching your goal and loneliness, and basically feeding on your life force until you die, until you drop. And that's where discernment comes in, and why the razor's edge is so important of focus of where are you, you know what I'm saying? That's why I thought of like two spiders, right? One spider is building, one is destroying and feeding on what the other spider is doing. Relate that to the folk soul, where literally you have like a vampiric entity attached to your heart root, your nerve, messing with your nervous system, shit like that. Okay? In ninjutsu, you have what's called nerve trapping, where they know where to strike you. Well, they can do that with energy too. Like cutting off the flow of energy through, say, the nervous system, right? Oh, I feel sick to my stomach. Yeah, well, major nerves are right there. And so some people's nerves are more sensitive than others, like energy cables. Now connect that to ley lines. The earth has a root system just like that, just like the body does. The chakra system. I really feel that is accurate. Yup. Because you have your crown chakra and your root base chakra, right? And then you have chakras in the bottom of your feet, in like smaller, whatever, palms of your hands, shit like that. Then I just thought about that poker. I'm like, damn, God. I mean, how fucked up do you have to be, excuse my language, but wow, God damn it, to fucking come in and want to do that to some people just to take their shit. That is so fucked up. I don't even know what to say. Wow. But that is what has happened. So how do we heal that? The only thing I can think of is to become fire. That's the weapon that was turned against you. But the heart's flame of your folk soul is pure 100% love and trust, not bullshit. And that is the point. Everybody else that's not doing that is going to be full of shit. It makes me shake. Just thinking about it. Feeling that. Like, whoa. And think about the ground shaking. Sovereignty of the land. Sovereignty of the goddess. There is a perching over the sovereignty of the grandparents. The grandchildren have decided that was okay. And it's not. Or to dehumanize another tribe for their own personal gain. And then overwrite their culture with Latin. No thanks. And that's what happened, in my opinion. So where do we go, right? I said, wow. That's the way it is. God, that's harsh. So why have any illusions? I feel like eventually there's got to be a neutral ground where those forces decide, all right, final goddamn battle. And that's the whole Ragnarok thing. But I think that's like folk soul love versus all the destructive horseshit. In two orbs, one that's pure darkness, no love, no fucking separation, aggression, dominance. So that'd be like one being that would be like that. So that would come back to a primordial evil. That is way different than some biblical shit. Way older. And something that may have happened a long time ago. And that coming to a head. What do I feel is coming to a head? Just that. And I looked at the new moon a while back, and holy shit, it was directly above the moon, a star. It was so bright. I said, whoa. It was significant. It had this aura that just glowed in the sky. There was something different. Major shifts are happening. That's what I feel. And so I was like, well, I hope that the planet of the vulvas shows up. What do you mean? It floats through space and comes here. And then the beings like that are the only ones I see that can fix the earth. That's how bad it is. And that's my opinion. That has to happen. It's inevitable. It must. Counterbalance. Love is supreme. Period. Understatement. Fear, death, dominance, separation is not the core root. Life did not get created by doing that. Heart's flame created life, in my opinion, of course. Wow. Did you see that? As I was smoking it, this is kind of interesting. I was thinking about it, observing the fire, because I used to love to stare at fire. As I burned the tobacco, it started to rise up, right? So heat rises. So I'm saying, and also pressure, because of affecting the air. A while ago, a long time ago, I decided, well, my path is to find the original, ancient root. And that is all I accept. That's why I based it down to such simple principles. It seems like, oh, he's just so simple and basic, am I? There's a lot of complex, overlaid meaning in, say, tree flame and well. Heart's flame, central root core, that is everything, all knowledge and wisdom of your tribe. Does that mean that you necessarily will have access to all of it? No. You have to prove yourself. Rites of passage, you don't just get shit handed to you. And powers that you can't handle without the wisdom to wield it. And so you'll get people that feed on energy, but they lack wisdom, so they just create chaos and destroy other people. Just like I said, with that sex magic bullshit, that is just widespread. You know, there's like communal thing, and then you will have a group of people that will target one individual, such as myself. They target you, your heart, your genitals, your whatever. This is my opinion, of course. Or even boil it down to something more simple. You're at the dance club, right? And somebody decides they are interested. It doesn't matter. I didn't say sexual orientation. I did not say man or woman. You don't want the attention. You have a sovereign right to say, no, you may not. This is my body, right? And it's mine. But I belong to my grandmother and grandfather. See, I'm holding a stone when I say that. Because that is ancient. So when I tap that, when I bring that stone up, that's saying I recognize the authority of the ancient primordial root, not men. Big difference. I still have to deal with the laws of the land through the overlords that are there. But ultimately, the wisdom is over all of grandmother and grandfather, for me specifically, because I choose to honor my tribe and honor them. They are supreme, not me. And it's up to them to decide. I didn't get to just walk in and throw a temper tantrum and have authority. And that's what happens with a lot of these groups. They are high on themselves. It's nothing to do with the heart's flame or honoring the grandparents, because they are not in tune with intuition. And until you're not receiving true wisdom. You are deceived. That is the illusion. Yep, like smoke rising. Just watching that in that Kresnik documentary. I like that. That is cool. I could watch that multiple times and enjoy it every single time. Wow, that's potency. I think they raised like $10,000 or something. They crowdfunded for that. We got to start uniting with love, not separation, fear, and all the other bullshit. Stupid. Realizing what you can do versus focusing on I'm oppressed and there's nothing I can do, right? Recognizing the issue, yes, that's important. But just, problem is just going to stress your system. You have to, incrementally work toward things you can do something about. So that's why I'm on my, doing this. This is what I can do. This is what I have. I am one person. However, I'm connected to a larger family. and recognizing and stating such and acknowledging them as family means that you have standing, such as like my father acknowledging me as his son. Right. Wise to the yoke, right? Circle round. Shout out. That person knows who they are. So that's what I decided. Stay true, let go of all other women, and go find the one that I'm meant to be with. But someone will try to step in that place to deceive. They do every time. So be ready to block it and know which one is the right one. It will be obvious. It will. Once you're in tune, there will be no deception at all. Heart's flame is 100% truth and love, wisdom, all of that. And that means I will allow zero chance of betrayal. Zero. 100% love or nothing. And that's the way it has to be. That sounds hardcore, it is. Doesn't mean I go hating other people. I mean, if I want true wisdom, that's what it's going to take. It's hard, but it's worth it. That is the decision I made in my darkest moment. When I decided, okay, I'm just going to give myself to grandmother, and that's it. She chooses whether I live or die anyway. I go, wow, yeah, it is wow. That's how I felt, and that's what I did. That's why I'm here. But I almost wasn't, you know. I tore everything down and then rebuilt it. Even being handcuffed and having my, nerve damaged and possibly never being able to play guitar on the level I did before. But I regenerated, right? And I healed the nerve and the numbness left. But it damaged me on an emotional level. I remember when the officer was sitting on top of me and they compressed my heart and all of the air out of my lungs. And the pressure that kind of really equates symbolically to what I'm talking about. It's kind of similar to the whole red hot poker thing, No one comprehends, so they just want to dominate you to get what they want. They don't care if they injure you in the process. So knowing that forward, if there is ever kind of some big thing that happens, thinking you're going to go play rebellion is not really going to happen. Not really. Because the level of technology that, say, a military would have versus an individual is so big, it doesn't matter. So all these people that think they're going to, be in the bunker and blah, 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 and fight the government, that ain't happening. They'll be obliterated. It's reality. So it's like the elite have to choose that they don't want to destroy the whole earth, right? So it's just a matter of time. And choices being made at the highest levels. Different factions, whatever. And that's where it is. So then above that, what do we have? The uber over that is grandmother, grandfather. And they have to decide to say, okay, there's enough worth fighting for here for us to come back and do something about it. Otherwise, we're just left to fight among ourselves because the grandchildren can't figure out what to do. It is difficult, but we have to reclaim the heart's flame of our tribe. It is key and paramount. That's why I've been focusing in on that, because I know that's the answer. Recognize the problem, but start focusing on solutions, not hatred. Right? Like, I might dislike what somebody does, but they also have the ability to change and to recognize their flaws and move forward. And that is what I am doing. Running away from what you've done to say harm your tribe is not, or harming yourself, which is usually the case, you know what I mean? Calling yourself worthless and shit like that. What are you saying to your grandparents when you treat yourself that way? Right? Recognizing that you need to make more effort is one thing, but calling yourself worthless is quite another. Because then what are you saying about true love, right? Because that also means you love yourself enough to say, hey, I recognize this is a negative behavior and I don't like it. It makes me feel bad, right? Like lusting after multiple women versus letting that shit go, and then also being able to be friends with women without having a sexual intention. Or to, even if you find someone attractive, to have, self-control and not just project your want and need onto the other person. It's mostly want, because need to me is heart root. You need love, right? You don't need to have sex to survive, although it is nice and it's the central root of everything. Think about surviving. Drink water. Do you have shelter? What if you're all alone? And I say, as long as we have heart root, we're never alone. Not ever. But we have to recognize that as uber over everything. Otherwise, we leave ourselves open to deception and being used. And I don't want to be used by anyone. I won't allow it. So it's like, even at the point of having a red hot poker shoved into your heart, whoa, that you stayed true all the way to the end. Wow. And those are the type of beings I feel are coming back. They have been through that much pain. Wow. And when those beings show up, overcoming that level, wow. That's what I'm saying. True to the end, even if that happened. And I'm like, man, I'm saying a blessing on every single witch that ever had that happen. Man or woman, I don't give a shit. Our wise people deserve better than that. That is for sure. And for them, like, to remember my father, all the relatives that I love, that's why I did this. Because I had everything disrespected to the core in my life. I have no more tolerance for bullshit. None. Sounds hardcore, it is. But it's how I feel. I'd rather live from my true heart than be full of shit. Or as the saying goes, even shit has value because you can put it into the earth and it becomes fertilizer. So bad behavior is even more worthless than a piece of shit. Think about it. That is how foul that is. To say grandmother or grandfather, because it is not heart, flame, tree, and well. And that is the center, that is the core, in my opinion. I try to cut it at like 2 hours, It was a good day too. Feel better. Always do after a good chat. But I also recognize there may be certain people showing up in forums that are not friendly. They may appear as friendlies, but they are not. trolls, or people attracted to the energy you are attracted. Yeah. So I'll tell you a story. We used to have this guy, okay, he would come down to the drum circle. And we would all drum, right? And we would raise the energy. You could feel it, right? All of us would unite. And he would try to stand in the middle of the circle and suck the vibe. I challenged him on it. What are you doing in our circle? He's feeding. He doesn't have any love. He wanted the energy. They feed on the electromagnetic energy of your body, especially your heart, and your sexual energy, as I said, because they don't have love. They've replaced pleasure for love. And pleasure is only momentary. Love is forever. Now, love and pleasure combined, now we're talking. Otherwise, low frequency, because it's suckler, vampire. Versus, say, like a Kresnik who's defending and protecting the tribe. So what is that an extension of? You are the living folk soul memory and guardian of your tribe, if you choose to be. Otherwise, you're not. You're just suckling. That's codependent versus independent and interdependent relationship. Interdependence is the highest form of relationship. That means individuals working as a team. Anyway, that's how I feel. Okay. I'm going to end with some music, probably take a break, and then come back. Maybe. We'll see. More than likely, I will. I've been thinking about that, you know. I even had a conversation with my mom about that to let her know, you know, this is how I feel. I feel like I've been targeted. It's not new. It's when you're sensitive like I am, that's how it is. Trouble on the wind, said. Even if they shove a red hot poker in my heart, I will stay true. Grandmother, grandfather on the breeze, baby, come on home. Shining wheel. I know they took you away, for we had no love to stay, been burned out long ago, sis. All they had left was to destroy the innocence of a child. So I said, hearts flame burn. like a red-hot poker in the hot seat. Hearts play destiny. Destiny. Oh, she brought me back straight up out of the ground, like the crow to circle around, says BobCat, Kresnik on the breeze, Kresnik, straight up out of the ground, epic on the way as it goes. Hearts may stay. Thank you very much. I love you all, especially my tribe and family. I do mean that. This is my blessing for everyone that I ask grandmother and grandfather to watch over us. Hearts flame forever, burning on deep down. Hearts flame to shine. Love you so, grandmother, grandfather on the way. Robin, I won't score. Shine on me. See the ripples on the Palm Beach, down by the old oak tree. Oh, root down, fly high. Whoa, grandmother, grandfather on the breeze, shining weed. Circle around the fire forevermore. Tree flame and wave. Hearts flame, folk soul forevermore. Whoa. Love our folk, rising the flame, epic on the wave. Krasner!